Sup YouTube, my name is RoqueSox and welcome back to another YouTube video. Also, this is my current best attempt at cosplaying Robin. I don't have her eyes yet, but we're working with what we have. So I'm still relatively new to One Piece. I only started watching it this year and I'm 220 something episodes into it. I might be in the 230s by the time I edit and post this video, but still very, very new to it. Now, honestly, I did not think I was going to love the show as much as I did. I didn't get very good reviews about it from people I was interacting with, because all I really heard was, it's about pirates, it's really, really long, and that was all anyone really told me about it. But I was curious, I started watching it, and oh my gosh, I love this show so much. It is one of my top 5 favorite animes. I should do a separate video just going on about how much I love One Piece. But anyways, today I want to talk about the live action that came out, because I thought it would be a good idea for a One Piece newbie to review the live action. I don't know why I thought of this idea, but it's an idea and we're making it happen. So yeah, this is a newbie's thought on the new One Piece live action series. So first of all, I was very skeptical about watching it because, you know, English live actions of anime things don't really have the best reputation. But I was still so curious, and I actually looked up the actors portraying the characters during a TikTok live stream, and it went something like this. Okay, what does Luffy look like? Okay, sure. Nami. Okay, I'm not complaining, it's just I don't really have much of an opinion about them. I mean, they look like the characters. Zoro. No, wait. That actually looks like a real life Zoro. I'm not mad about that. Nice. Okay, Usopp. I wonder if they did his nose. Dude, they didn't do the nose, but he's so cute. I like him. He's cute. Okay, I saved Sanji for last because this is probably gonna be my make or break. What does Sanji look like? No. No, come on! That he didn't do the eyebrows! No, that's not Sanji. That's just some blonde dude. No. I'm not watching it. No, they didn't do his eyebrows. In case you're confused about this getup, I'm about 83% sure that I did this in L cosplay. Then we get to watching the trailer. So I was fine watching the trailer. It looked pretty good. But then I got to the end of the trailer and Luffy pulls his arm back and the child says gum gum. Now I'm watching in sub, and to me, hearing it in English, gum gum just sounds hilarious. So I'm like, okay, this is probably gonna trip me up a little. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's not what I'm used to, and it just sounds so funny and weird to me. But anyways, I finally decided I was going to watch it because 'twas the night before the One Piece premiere. And I saw on TikTok that Mihawk was in it. Now, Mihawk is my anime dad. I've been watching anime for 2.5 years now, still relatively new to anime in general. And he is the only person I've ever looked at and I was like, please adopt me. So he's my anime dad. He looked pretty cool. So literally the night before the show came out, I decided I was going to watch it. So I didn't do my research very well and I didn't know that this was going to be 8 one-hour-long episodes. And I started watching pretty late in the evening, so I said I was going to watch just 2, and then I ended up watching 4 and going to bed after midnight. Yeah, great planning on my side. But yeah, that was the first day, the day that it came out, and then I watched the second for the next day, and oh my gosh, I loved it. Anyways, there were a couple changes here and there just to compress it all into 8 episodes. Nothing too major until we get to the end of the 4th episode where they drop a huge spoiler that I haven't even got to yet in the anime. Fortunately though, I did know the spoiler from before I actually started watching. So it wasn't too devastating for me to find this one thing out. I'm not sure if I should actually mention what the spoiler is, just in case someone watching this is newer to it than me and doesn't want to know the spoiler. But yeah, there's a pretty big spoiler that I think you only find out in episode 300 or something. At the very least, I can tell you it's not in the first 200 episodes. But yeah, that was pretty major, and I was very curious about why they had that so early in the show, but it made for good storytelling, so it's fine. So to sum up what the show covers, it's getting all 5 of the crewmates together and showing a bit of their backstory. Actually, in the exception of Luffy, they go very into detail with everyone else's backstory. So compared to the anime, there are 3 characters that have a much bigger role. One being Kobe, who is just freaking adorable. The second being Goth. And the third one is Buggy the Clown. My gosh, Buggy. So when I started the anime, I knew that Buggy was relatively popular, but I had no idea why, because to me he was just a weird clown pirate. But this dude is freakishly charming. I cannot even explain what it is. You just end up liking the dude and rooting for him. You know, that's probably not true for anyone who's afraid of clowns, although the guy is so charismatic. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the exception. Like, people who are afraid of clowns, what is your opinion on Buggy? I need to know this. Anyways, Buggy is there quite a lot, and just like his anime counterpart, the dude is freaking charming. He's terrifying. Okay, he's a very messed up pirate. He does horrible things. But you can't help but like him. My mom watched it as well. And that is her favorite character, except she doesn't know his name. She knows him as Chop Chop. Which is honestly funnier than Gum Gum. But anyways. I literally just had a mini giggle attack. Dude is funny. He's successful as a clown. So successful. I adore him. Also, I just remembered a TikTok I recently posted.
This is a warning to all my ladies. Be very cautious around funny men. Funny guys are dangerous, okay? Because they make you laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. Then boom, you're naked.
The worst part about this is I'm now genuinely curious about how weird the Buggy fanfics are on Tumblr. And I'm most likely going to look that up after this. Dang it with the funny guys. Moving on, there are plenty of other pirates besides Buggy to talk about. We have my anime dad, Mihawk. This dude shows up on screen. Honestly, I am obsessed. I love the dude. Honestly speaking, I don't have any complaints about any of the other pirates that you get to see them fight against. There's Alvida, there's Kuro, there's Arlong. Oh my gosh, Arlong. Arlong's nose and his skin, like, he's not nearly as charming as Buggy, but the way they made this dude look, amazing. Okay, moving on from the characters to the actual storyline. Now, they had to squeeze 45 episodes into 8 hours. That is a lot that they had to cut out of. And honestly speaking, I think they did a great job with that. I didn't feel like I was missing out on too much from what they did cut out. And the way they made the story progress without the things that they had... Without the things that they cut out... Let me try that again. I feel like the things that they did cut out didn't really take away from the story too much, and the way it flowed without those things didn't feel too forced at all. It was very smooth sailing. And yes, I had to make a kind of reference like that. Also, I do appreciate them throwing in little details from later things. For example, Nami is reading the story of Nolan to Zoro at one point. And also in the first episode, you can hear Bing Sake in the background. Honestly, the urge to start belting that out when I heard it was very, very strong, but I actually left my room to watch this in the communal area of the house, and I didn't want everyone looking at me like a weirdo for just bursting into song from a tiny bit of music that you can only just barely hear over the actual dialogue that you're supposed to be paying attention to. Also, side note, I'm actually starting to learn how to play Bing Sake on the keyboard, so at some point I will do a cover. So I mentioned at the start of this video that I had some very strong opinions about the cast before I watched it, and after watching it, honestly, I have no complaints about anyone. They're just perfect for their roles. They're amazing. Even Sanji with his straight brows. In fact, the one thing that I'm very disappointed in myself with is that from the live action crew, Sanji is my favorite. The dude is just charming. I know I have a type with tall people who cook, but yeah, Sanji ended up being my favorite live action Straw Hat. And I'm not sure how to process that because he was the one I complained about the most. Like, of course this would happen. That being said, I still would like to see him with the curly eyebrows because he called Zoro Mosshead at some point in the show, and Zoro doesn't get to come back with calling him the curly-browed cook. I want to hear that. Oh yeah, the weird little rivalry between those two. Very well done. I like that. So yeah, overall the live-action One Piece, I really enjoyed it. I don't have anything to really complain about. Unless, again, we are nitpicking about Sanji's brows, but even without that, he ended up being my favorite character, so yeah, they did a really good job with it. Okay, so now for the big question I wanted to answer with this video. Would I recommend it to someone who has not seen the anime yet? And the answer is absolutely yes. Again, the flow of it is so great, you're not going to miss out on too much, and you're going to get information on the 5 most important characters when you start watching the show. It is small, it is compact, you could technically watch it in a day, and yeah, if this doesn't get you into the story, you have bad taste. That's mean, that is biased, but it's great if you want to get into One Piece. But also, to the people watching this who are afraid to start One Piece because it's so long, trust me, it's a great adventure to be on. Again, I'm still very new to it, but I like it way more than I thought it would. It's a great story, it's got great characters and little life lessons in there, and you know what, it's a story about following your dreams. Who doesn't want a little inspiration for that? So I think that covers pretty much everything I wanted to say in this video. Not gonna lie, I kind of went into it without a plan. We're doing Luffy's battle style. You just go for it and say things are gonna work out. So it would be nice if this went viral. Anyways, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like it, share it if you think someone else will enjoy this video, and if you're new and want to see the next episode, that's my gaming outro, the next video as soon as it comes out, be sure to hit subscribe and book the bell. I'm not posting on a schedule, but I do want to get into doing more anime related content on here more consistently. We'll make a plan. But yeah, you can also find me on TikTok where I post almost daily. I do a lot of cosplay things on there. I'm also on Instagram, and I have a Twitch channel. I haven't streamed there in like a month, but one day I will fix up a schedule and I will be streaming there consistently. I just remembered something I used to do when I was doing weekly videos on here. I used to ask you guys a question at the end of it. Since we're talking about One Piece, the show ends with them talking about their goals. What is your dream? What is your #1 goal in life? Mine is to make it as a content creator. Yeah. It's a goal, it's a dream, it's something I want to do, and I'm gonna do it. One itty bitty little video at a time. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and until the next one, you just keep rocking. Bye! I can't do my little salute thing that I normally do because of the hat.